when it comes to digital royalties, you have more of the traditional type of digital royalties and then the new age digital royalties that you can generate, which are more accessible to really anybody. The traditional way to generate this digital royalties was to be some sort of creative person, to be an artist or a musician and create songs, or to be an actor and be in TV shows or movies, and then you were to create this product, a TV show, a movie, a song, and once this piece of content is created, well, now you would license this content to streaming services or to movie theaters or to movie distributors, and then anytime your piece of content is played, you would get some sort of royalty. The more people that watch your content, the more money that you would make. Now again, this one is more difficult because not anybody can just go out and be an actor or be a musician and actually get people to watch their stuff. But the new age of digital royalties has kind of transformed the way that people can generate royalties. Because now, what is a new way that you can start creating this type of intellectual property? Well, now you can go out and make a YouTube video and start a YouTube channel, or you can start a podcast, or you could write a book. Now, books are a little bit more traditional, but anybody can go out and write a book. But the interesting thing about this is when you start creating this content, whether it's a YouTube channel, a podcast, or a book, this is something that anybody can do. And if you put in the work to start getting some traction, to getting some viewers, well, then what can happen is if you have a piece of video that's on YouTube, that video is there forever, at least for the time being. We don't know if YouTube videos getting deleted because of just it being there for long enough. But if your video is on YouTube, that video can continue to drive revenue 6 months after it's published, a year after it's published, 5 years after it's published, 10 years after it's published. And so now you have the ability to keep generating that royalty revenue off of content that you create one time. It's the same thing with podcasts. It's the same thing with your book. If you write a book one time and people keep reading that book years after it's published, you can keep getting paid for that book years after you write it. But this all goes back to the same thing: is you need people to actually view, listen to, watch, or read your content. Which then the question is, how do you get people to do that? How do you get people to actually listen to your content? And this is the part that makes the royalty part a little bit more difficult, because if you're not a celebrity, if you're not this famous person, then you're gonna have to put in the work to keep yourself relevant, to keep people seeing your name, to keep people seeing your content. Because sure, you can make a video on how to invest your money today. And maybe you get onto the first page of YouTube when somebody searches how to invest your money. But the problem is, if you never make another video again, well, eventually YouTube is going to replace your video with somebody else's. And then people are going to eventually forget about who you are. And then people are going to stop watching your videos. And then your royalty income is going to start going away. So when it comes to this newer age digital royalties, the thing that a lot of people have to do, especially if you're not one of those traditional celebrities, is you have to keep publishing content to keep yourself and your content relevant, which then can drive royalties from your older content. Because if more people are discovering your newer content, eventually they're gonna wanna watch your older content, and the older content can continue to drive you royalties today. But in order for you to get those older royalties, you have to have people to watch your newer content. That's the name of the game in the social age, in this digital age, that you have to keep creating content to keep yourself in the spotlight. But if you're in the spotlight, that also drives royalties for your older content. If you enjoyed this clip and you wanna continue your financial education journey, I have another video that I think you'll love. All you gotta do is click that button right over there. And for those of you who wanna stay up to date on the top finance and business news, you can join Market Briefs, my free financial newsletter, by clicking that button below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.